life. Ha! I know this shit make you wanna dance, right? Huh. Make you wanna shut. Whoa. Get your two-step going on, right? Yeah. Yo, let me rock the mic. Yo, let's go. I wanna practice self-love, but love has been defined as lust on me. Self-love, I know it's masturbation. Since I can't love me, let me love you. And hope you love me for me, cause I can't do it. I feel stupid, all this love I got for you, but I got none for me. Is this lover an escape from being alone? Nobody wants to be alone. We want toxic relationships over singleness. I'd rather you single and happy than depressed in relationships. But how could you be single and happy when you can't be alone? Misery loves company, that's why you keep hopping from relationships to relationships. Girls trying to change guys, but they end up being chained by the guy. And now she's in chain to a guy who changes like the weather. She knows better, but she don't wanna go back to being single, so she tries to make it work. That's not love, that's work. And this 9 to 5 gon' make you die before you 35. Cause stress not healthy, stress kills. And it kills to see you like this. Love's healthy, it should bring forth joy, not destruction. Haha. This a battle with depression. A choice of weapon, self-expression. I was home alone, Kevin McAllister, when I lost my innocence through the internet. That's when me
and Greetings, and welcome to another week of Here to Help You. I are Dave Rankin, alongside
Nathan Baya.
Yes.
Wagwan, Jane Finch representative.
Big up.
Jane Street Speaks, West End, let's go.
It's all good. Let me tell you something, I'm so excited to have you back in the studio.
Respect.
It's been a minute.
Facts.
And we got a few things to go ahead and catch up on.
Yeah. We have some long history still.
You know what I'm saying? That's real. That's real talk. So first and foremost, that was a song off the Battle with Depression.
Battle with Depression album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Such a wonderful LP. We'll talk about in regards to the creativity, the inspiration, and so on and so forth. However, though, I want to go ahead and introduce a few titles of your works.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
First and foremost, Black Love Letter.
Word.
Right. I believe there was two. There's two of them, right?
So
Black Love Letter 1 and Black Love Letter 2.
Yeah.
Right. Battle with Depression, as we spoke.
Yeah.
Hopeless Romantic.
Yeah.
That one we have to talk about. Right. And also Overcome My Own Mind.
Yeah, that's a big one still.
Yeah, those are really, really heavy titles.
Yeah.
Right? So for anybody who doesn't know it, is just hearing about Nathan Baya. He's a local Toronto MC, and more importantly, why I have an appreciation for this young man is that, not only have you shown wisdom beyond your years, but it's your subject matter that I have truly appreciate, right? I mean, just listen to the titles that we talked about, of course, Battle with Depression, right? Overcoming Our Own Mind, and as well as Hopeless Romantic, right? Those are very, very heavy topics for someone, of course, you're not even 25 yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So first and foremost, let's get into regards to where some of these titles for the LPs are coming from.
So I guess let's just go into all of them. So first, So the first one was Darkest Hour.
Okay.
We spoke about that before, and I said that obviously I was in my darkest hour, darkest time in my life, and I had to just look for the light and look for the light in myself and look for the light in God and just, you know. So I was just explaining to people what the mentality that was in my darkest hour, and it's like you can either choose to survive or live. So I chose life. So I chose to write about those dark times and how I found light in my own situation.
Right.
And then Black Love Letter came around because Darkest Hour was like a really conscious album. You know, it was really deep, and I was getting a lot of love from the hip hop heads, but obviously it didn't really work on the party scene unless we're talking about the last single, Still Good, which is kind of like a party scene, but there was really a lot of heavy content.
Right.
So I told myself I need to make something a bit lighter to give the people something to dance to, and I love black women, so I was like, let me write a Black Love Letter album and make a bunch of like love hype songs for women that I don't call them the B word,
right,
or I don't degrade them in any form of fashion. So it's kind of like positive music that women can dance to. That's not boring at all.
Right.
And then from there, I had to bring it back to battle with depression because, you know, I just feel like just because you got out of your darkest hour does not mean you don't still battle with things from your past.
Right.
And, you know, so I just spoke about multitude of things on that album relating to battling with depression. And then, honestly, there's just so many projects I lose count. But as far as Hopeless Romantic, it was just a time in my life that, honestly, I felt like, you know, love is not what it used to be, you know? So you had a better chance of love back in the day. Nowadays, you know, marriage is out the question. A partner, you know, being with one woman is out the question.
Okay.
So it was kind of like, and a lot of girls had adapted that mentality too, that what does love have to do with it? You know, it's mostly just, I just encountered a lot of people who were just really into lust. They weren't really into love.
Right.
So Hopeless Romantic was an album where it's like, I felt like I gave out lust to receive love, but just found lust and felt like this thing called love was just something unattainable. You know what I mean? So it made me feel like I was a hopeless romantic. I put all my hope in this one thing that I feel like I was never going to attain.
Okay.
But obviously that's not true. You are going to attain it. Sometimes it's just not your time, because I feel like I've attained that right now.
All right.
But, you know what I mean? Hopeless Romantic was just an album where the whole album is just me being in love with this person that tells me they kind of can't be with me because they need to heal from their past, but they can offer me their body because they feel like that's the only thing that's healed from them.
Okay.
But altogether, it's just a really destructive situation. But it's just kind of like all the hope you're putting into the situation. And then forth came Overcome My Own Mind.
Right.
And I had to overcome the thoughts of this person, this person's touch, this person's feel, everything about them I had to overcome. And I had to kind of just relearn how to appreciate myself. Because obviously if someone tells you they can't love you for their own reasoning, it's really easy for your mind to look at yourself and be like, oh, they can't love me because I'm this, because I'm that, because I'm this, because I'm that.
Right.
You kind of point it to yourself, you know, but it has nothing to do with you. If someone does not want to be with you, they just don't want to be with you.
Right.
You don't got to make it an issue of yourself. So Overcome My Own Mind was just all about self-love. There's this far on that album, which I'm just explaining. You didn't make it this far just to make it this far.
Right.
I'm just reminding myself that there's still standing. There's, you know, I didn't go through everything. I'm still standing no matter whatever I've gone through.
Right.
There's Happy on that album, which in the chorus I say, you could be stressed, depressed. Why not be happy? Which is really true. And even in This Far, the first line is, I will overcome my mind like my people overcame slavery. I will make my mind a friend of me, not an enemy. My mind won't have me blind. I can see it clearly. I was blinded by hope. They say love kills, forgetting that hope can tear you apart. This part of my life will not define me. All it will do is refine me. So in that verse, I say hope 2 times to allude back to the Hopeless Romantic album, to say that hope is a great thing, but depending on what you put hope into, you know, it
does power. It powers civilizations. Let's be real, right? I mean, hope. I mean, okay, let's look at our ancient Comedians or ancient Egyptians. There is a hope there, right? Of course, the hope in regards to moving a civilization into, of course, whatever new terrain, right? They've went ahead and expanded empires just on the basis of hope, right? And so, I mean, hope can go ahead and actually not only power civilizations, but it can go ahead and also power individuals as well, right? So, of course, I hear exactly where you're coming from, right? In regards to, of course, where are we putting this hope?
Exactly. I can't hope that someone will love me. I have to know they love me.
Okay.
Because when you hope that someone will love you, to my perception, you're waiting. Then the time is ticking. You know, it's only a matter of time till you start like feeling like this person doesn't love me, so I don't love myself. It's a matter of a matter of time. To me, you have to know someone loves you. You have to know someone has your back, especially if that's the person you're trying to make into your partner.
Right.
To have hope that your partner loves you is it's not what it should happen. You should know that they love you, and their actions should prove it. So it was definitely a life lesson to me. And hope can honestly blind you. It can really blind you from just reality of life. You know, so what I put my hope into, I hope that today I have a good day. I hope that, and then I affirm it, but I know I will have a good day. But I will never put hope that someone will love me, hope that someone will support me. I just know that they will, which takes away any form of anxiety if it is your partner. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah.
What's love like been on, especially overcoming my own mind? What's the response been from the audience, from your peers, you know, from those in the industry that you, of course, you know, that follow you and you follow them? What's that been like?
Everybody loved it, because to me that was an album just filled with positive affirmations.
Okay.
It wasn't an album that I was trying to get real lyrical on. It wasn't an album where I was trying to flex how incredibly lyrically I am. I know I proved that I can rap. I proved that I got the bars and everything. So sometimes I just feel like I need to bring it back to the days where all I need to do is offer you a good message to bring you back to that state of mind. Because I literally felt on Overcome My Own Mind, I was relearning how to write again.
Okay.
Because I felt like I had lost control of my own mind, because I was just so wrapped up into everything that was going around me that was really toxic for my health.
Right.
So to me, the album, it obviously, you know, you didn't make it this far. Just the verses, the choruses, you know. But we got 30 seconds left, so I'm not gonna get into the verses just now. You know?
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you a real question, real quickly. If you had to make a decision, which LP right now is your favorite? If you had to make a decision right now, we got about 25 seconds left. So you know what I'm saying?
We got 25 seconds left on the shot clock. I would have to go Battle with Depression.
Battle with Depression.
Best album.
We'll leave it there right now. Right, we're going to go on a break. I'm here with my brother Nathan Baya, Dave Rankin, here to help you. We'll see you after the break.
Yeah, man.
Are you retiring smart? Make your home's equity work for you. With your home's equity and our 30 years of experience, the Retire Smart Properties team can help you achieve the quality of life you've always wanted. Our services are 360 degrees. We'll give you advice, take care of staging and selling, and help you find the perfect home and community to transition to. It's time to enjoy the retirement lifestyle you deserve. Visit our website today to learn how you can use your home to retire comfortably. The Retire Smart Properties team, powered by RE/MAX West.
Hello, my name is Anisha, and I'm the production manager of TCN Network. Have you ever wanted to host your own show? Do you have a message to share? Well, you're in luck. We are looking for dynamic and unique individuals to host their own shows. We are seeking people who are committed, motivated, and energetic. Do you want to be the next Jimmy Fallon, Ellen DeGeneres, or Shane and Ryan from BuzzFeed Unsolved? Start here. Fill out the Propose a Show form on MyTCNTV.com. We're here to educate, support, and build the community. Can you lead by example? Go the extra mile and seek knowledge? Are you humble, disciplined, responsible, selfless, and enthusiastic? Those are our core values. And if you identify with them, you could be part of a growing network that focuses on positivity and uplifting our community. We can't wait for you to join us on TCN Network and hope to hear from you soon.
Welcome back to Here to Help You. I are Dave Rankin, and alongside my brother Nathan Baya.
Respect.
Yes. Actually, you know what? Could we go into the second video? Because, you know, it's going to go ahead and set up, you know, my list of questions for this round. And shout out to Simone, my wonderful queen, as I like to go ahead and call her. She's probably pulling on her hair right now saying, I'm not following the script. But you know what? When the energy is just right. When the energy is just right, we just have to go ahead and make sure, of course, you know, you just roll with the energy.
Of course.
You know, and trust me, we'll definitely go back and reel back to the script.
He's saying that because he's the one, no problems.
I'm going to call in a moment.
This is a trained man. Wow.
Well, you know what? You see, there are things in life that I come to understand, right? And as much as men, you know, of course, we're hunters, gatherers, and so on and so forth, right? But there's nothing can go ahead and put us in our place like a good woman.
Yeah.
Right? And, you know, at the end of the day, you know what? Shoot. I love my relationship.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what? Big up my baby love, yeah? Let's play the second video.
Yeah. I said make money. Wow. Take money. Let's buy it, baby. Wah. I know you hate me, but I'm the way you stop me if you got me. But even if you drop me lyrically, I still live, cause through music, I give life, you give death. That's why I'm deaf to you, won't even bother to listen. Rappers this from a distance, cause they fear me like the devil fears the rapture. Might be from Toronto, but I ain't losing like the Raptors. I'm winning back-to-back like MJ with the playoffs. I don't play, I lay verses that bless like churches. I'm a god MC, and that's worth the rod, him to clean the opposite. What be sin? Think twice before you talk nice, cause I'm raw, so you're not protected when I come. I bring with Ruckus and Uncle Ruckus, you don't want to start it. Before I got to regulate like a Warren G. This a warning G, I'm not a G cause I throw up C's. I'm a G cause I promote peace, but lyrically I got a piece in case you really want war. It's Baya, and you know I'm hardcore, and I do it for my children, so I can't be chillin'. And yes, I come from Canada, but I originate from Africa. Flow hotter than Africa, but the flow colder than Canada. Amateur 1.
We back.
Yes. You know, and as during the, of course, while the video was playing, I said I have an appreciation for this song. Respect. You know, the energy, of course, the bars, definitely. And more importantly, what I like about it is the fact that, you know what, like, you had fun.
Facts.
You know, one component, especially in hip hop, that has been missing is the fact that MCs are just not having fun.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and, you know, of course, yes, MCs are hungry. You know, this another fact, right? As Africans here in the diaspora, we are stressed out.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But when we see MCs, you know, truly having fun with their craft, you can see them go ahead and set themselves apart.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, with this one right here, I definitely have the appreciation for this one.
Yeah, because to me, it's like, you know what I mean? As an artist, the energy you come in the studio when you record, when you do the videos, the energy you'll be reciprocated from.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, that song, I started off with confidence and ended off with confidence. And it's like, it's really hard to hate on someone who just feels like they got it. You know what I mean? And naturally, when you like your own music, people will start to like it too. But if you don't like it yourself, how is anybody else? It's like, if you don't love yourself, how is anybody going to love you? If you don't respect yourself, how is anybody going to respect you? That's the same type of energy I approach music and hip-hop with. And we were just saying too, like, that's a song that, you know, I had to showcase like lyricism and bars and confidence in yourself as an MC, because it's so easy for people to think that, oh, because you're a positive cat, you can't go toe to toe with one of the best. But nah, man, we take this stuff seriously. So
yeah, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, of course, as an MC, and you know, there's a strength in being an MC.
Facts.
Right. From the Will Smith, as we discussed before. Yeah. You know, from of course the Redmans, the KRS-Ones. You know, even of course the new age MCs. You know, from Schoolboy Q and the rest of them. Right. Yeah. There's a strength that every MC needs to go ahead and have. It looks like we got a caller. Yeah, your Honda here. We're here to help you. Your Honda Air.
There's a strength. So you're not following the script, okay? Y'all ain't following the script.
Hang up the phone.
I don't understand why I have to call in a station to tell you guys aren't following the script.
Yo, hang up the phone still.
But how's the energy? That's all I want to know.
Isn't the energy blessed?
Let me tell you something. That last joint, Nathan, like, it's very reminiscent to me, why I like it, of the 90s when hip-hop was good. None of this foolishness. The energy brought me right back to, like, the 90s and early 2000 hip-hop. So thank you. I have to thank you and give you props. I'm telling you, you young man are going to go so far. And I'm very proud of you for all that you have accomplished to this point. And I want you to never stop pushing. Do you hear me?
Facts. Thank you. Yes.
And you don't have to battle with depression, Nate. You know my background's in psychology. I don't know what your problem is. Just call me depression. I don't know why you're battling with things. You just give me a call, Gretchen. And when it comes to the gal them, guys, there's going to come a point when it's going to be like, skirt. So I have a question about that song, though. That song, you know that song I really like?
Yeah.
Where you don't mention the girl's name?
You mean what's her name?
Yeah. You guys have a really good show. I just wanted to touch base with you. Nathan Baya, keep doing you. Please never stop. Dave, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Follow the script. I'm out.
I'll do a better job, okay? Thank you so much to Samoa Jennifer Smith calling in with her wonderful, wonderful words. And yes, we are going to go ahead and follow the script, like right now. So there's an article in regards to why won't Toronto venues book hip-hop acts.
Word.
Right? And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and quote yourself from this article. And we can get, of course, a little bit more insight from your experience.
Yeah.
Right? It was really hard at first because when you're black and you do hip-hop, there's already a stigma about what the type of hip-hop it is. Why can't we just let art be art? If Toronto won't book you, then you have to book yourself.
Come on.
Talk to me about that.
Wow, I'm amazing. I just have to affirm that to myself.
You know, yeah, we got to go ahead and take a picture and put that out there.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Of course. That was a big quote.
Yes.
So basically, yeah, it's true. Like, you know, like if I even when people ask me, are you an artist? I'm like, yes, I'm a poet. I don't really like to say I'm a rapper because when I say I'm a rapper, I feel like they already have about 10, 15 ideas of what type of rapper I am. Okay. And then the moment I start rapping, they're like, oh, you're smart. So automatically, it's like, oh, it's like, you know what I mean? You can just tell what they first assumed about you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So me, I like to just say I'm a poet because it's kind of hard to think there's a not deep poet or whatever. But for me, it's like, yeah, if I come up to a venue, first they see my skin first before they even hear my language.
Right.
They see my skin, so now it's like, oh, what's that? So they already assume I do rap. And one day I'm going to switch it up and say I do country, see how they react. But yeah, so they already assume I do rap. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I want to have a show here. What type of show? Oh, a hip-hop show. And it's like, oh, no, out the question. Hip-hop is through this, hip-hop is through that. And then I'm like, hold on. How are you blaming a genre and not just the artist that you let use the venue? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, so to me, it was just like but you can just tell, like, you know, even when venues are telling me, oh, we don't do hip-hop here, you just tell them you don't do predominantly black genres here, but guess what? You play predominantly black music. So hip-hop is only cool enough to sell drinks at the bar, but it's not cool enough to be in your venue because apparently black people are too disruptive. But I'm sorry, last time I heard rock music, y'all just are just everywhere, you know. You guys are just, you know what I mean? And it's like, even I'm sorry, like I know there's a lot of rock conscious songs,
right?
But from what I've heard, you know, I heard a lot of satanic, demonic. I heard a lot of stuff from rock music, but I've never seen rock music not be approved at a venue. You know what I mean? Even mosh pits and something, like, you know. So to me, like, it was just clear to me that this is something about, like, you're against, you know, black people, or you just assume I'm a dumb rapper. So you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's like a lot of people in hip hop are ruining that for us, and a lot of them aren't even black. Like, even like, I know, like 6ix9ine, for example. Okay. He wouldn't be able to perform at just about any venue because there's a stereotype over this kid. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or just, I know so many even Toronto rappers have ruined, you know, they just, and even
they made it hard.
They made it harder, you know what I mean? But in general, though, it's like, yo, give me a chance. Like, give me a chance to show you what I can do, and then let's go from there. If I mess up your venue, you have every single right to not let me use it again. But how are you not going to give me a chance first, you know? But all that is just internal racism. Some of these venue owners are even black and say these type of things. It's ridiculous.
It is, you know, and especially, you know, when you hear reports out of, I think it's either Japan or China that went ahead and actually banned hip-hop outright. Yes, went ahead and banned the playing of hip-hop in their country.
It's ridiculous.
Right, which leads, of course, into, now they're willing to go ahead and take our money, right? They're willing to go ahead, you know, and sell to us.
Appropriate the culture.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? The fashion, the gear, so on and so forth. Speak like us, walk like us, talk like us. But now, of course, when it comes to hip hop being played, right? And you know what? And you can always make the argument for movies, right? Versus hip hop, right? Hip hop is a genre now. Movies are overall. Because the last time I known, right, movies are one that influences culture, people to do some very, very demonic things as well, right?
But we'll get right back to that after this break.
There you go.
Right on time still.
Welcome to Shadow Auto.
Yeah. This the real. This the word.
I gave you fair warning, beware.
Bye, baby. Fair warning. Beware. Be prepared. Or be prepared to be scared.
I gave you fair warning, beware.
Like Nick said, mom always forced to find answers when it's finances. I'm the answer like AI, may I kick it like a baby in the womb. Bring the beat to the tomb. Every verse I first struggle. The beat is only your friend to me when it starts beating. As long as it's breathing, I'm on it like house on Arizona. They say Black Lives Matter, but this world is a disaster. Every day I see a black life on the platter. I'm black too, and the darker I get, the realer it gets. It's like my race is in a race to death. The way we all dying to live, I'm intelligent. So they say I speak white, I guess I speak black. Must mean to be ignorant. But last time I checked, white's not a language, and blacks were the first to educate. Let me educate. They want me to incriminate myself so they can say I'm another black youth who does crime. Fuck kicking that dumb shit through my rhyme. I'm a god MC, and when I MC, I keep it cool like an AC and spit heat like a furnace. Wow, still managing to surface as a wave, even on the MP3. If any MC wants beef, you can come see.
If you're
We
just
back.
joining us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go right
Oh,
ahead.
so,
Go right ahead.
My bad. I've been taking the lead. We back. You know, TCN Network here to help, and I'm here with my guest today, Dave.
I kind of forgot I'm so nervous. I forgot my last name.
Wow, Rankin. You're ranking at the top.
Ranking
legend.
at the top. Thank
That's
you
why
so much.
you're-
You know, it means that ranking done. You see me? If you missed our 2 segments earlier, please jump online. We're streaming through YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, you
All of
name
that,
it.
all of that,
Plus,
all
you
of
can
that,
go back
all
to
of that.
mytcn.com to go ahead and catch us there as well.
Word.
You know, and we have been speaking about hip hop, you know, and we touched on this in a little bit of the first segment in regards to like the mental health aspect. And I want to go ahead and chime back on it because it's very important because there are a lot of MCs who actually, a lot of people, yes, definitely, but a lot of MCs who are dealing with mental health issues, right? And you can hear it in their songs, right? However, though, they haven't went ahead and actually found that formula, right? So that they're able to go ahead and actually overcome some of these barriers, right? What would you say would be some of the misconceptions regarding, of course, handling mental health in hip hop?
Well, the thing about mental health in hip hop is people have to open their ears, you know, and people have to open their eyes and get away from this party mentality. When an artist is every day on Instagram popping pills, if an artist is in a song saying very questionable things, you can't just say this is a banger. This song is so sick. You have someone telling you how sick they are in their music, how unhappy they are, but you're just so caught up in your head nod and how much you love this song. You're not taking this song as someone's expression of they're telling you, hey, I don't want to be here anymore. But, you know, you're caught up in like bopping your head, partying to it, when someone is basically telling you, yo, I'm suffering, but it's like you don't care because you're just listening. Or, and even worse comes to worse, we encourage these artists. You know what I mean? Like, you're popping pills every day. You're so lit. You're crazy. I want to be like that guy. Do you not see you're adding on to someone else's funeral? You know what I mean? Or even when an artist becomes overly argumentative and overly controversial, like a 6ix9ine or a Bobby Shmurda,
Right.
Or, you know what I mean, some of our fallen soldiers that I won't say their name. You guys can't encourage them in their ignorance and say, like, this is good, keep going and keep pumping it.
Right.
And then when they're dead off, oh, rest in peace. It's really incredibly hypocritical to encourage someone when they're in the wrong road and then when they die to say rest in peace. So me personally, as far as like, that's why I'm real about it. You know what I mean? Like, I just go ahead and say how I feel thoroughly. And I won't say it on a trap beat that'll get you incredibly hyped up. I'll say it on a hip-hop beat that makes you, forces you to take in the lyrics.
Right.
Even though hip-hop, that type of hip-hop is not what's, like, popping nowadays. To me, I'm not concerned about what's popping right now. Because mental health will forever be popping. Because mental health, we all have minds, no?
Right.
So it'll always be a thing that we'll forever have to talk about and forever have to go about. So to me, as far as, like, the misconception of mental health in hip hop, it's kind of like we were saying, like, if you're positive, you're soft.
Right.
That's why a man like Will Smith, though, isn't he the first rapper to win a Grammy?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a man like Will Smith was never really considered, like, one of the top MCs because every line was positive. He wasn't cussing. He wasn't doing nothing.
Right.
So we kind of look at him as soft. But then in hip hop, you have to be like this nasty, nasty MC that, you know what I mean? That, you know what I mean? To be at the top, which is kind of like backwards thinking. But that's kind of also shows how sometimes we think as a people that good is bad and bad is good. You know what I mean? So
I hear that. How would you and you know, it's a very broad question, but how would you go ahead and now encourage the help, right? That hip hop needs, right, when dealing with mental health issues.
How I would go about encouraging the help is just look out for your favorite artists. You know, like Simone doesn't message me about when's your next song dropping or whatever. She must like that's a check-in thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, sure, the next song, the next album, but what about your life? You know what I mean? Like, what about your life? How are you outside of music and dance and poetry? Because at the end of the day, how you feel is going to reflect in all of those aspects.
Right.
You know, so I would just say people should just keep it real with their artists. Don't just encourage them in the negative route that they're on, and keep it real with them. You know what I mean? Like, just keep it real. And artists should learn that, yeah, art is what I do, but you have to separate it from who you are sometimes, you know? Like, a lot of the times in my personal life, I wasn't feeling well, but I'm caught up in, I got to perform here, I got to talk here, I got to do shows here. And I'm realizing, wow, I'm out here performing here and spreading out all this inspiration to the world, but in myself, I'm drowning because I'm giving from a cup that is not overflowing, but a cup that is drying the more I keep pouring it out for other people.
Right.
And at the end of the day, if I can inspire people with a cup that's not full, how much can I inspire people with a cup that is full? So I would encourage artists to, you know, just take care of yourself before, and be mindful that, you know, your longevity in this industry is not, who knows how long it is, but you are guaranteed a long life if you do the actions that promote that you will live long.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just look after yourself and just take care of yourself. And yeah, I would just, and get yourself in friends who ask you, how are you doing? And not the Toronto thing. Not like, yo, you're good, I'm good, and then walk. You know what I mean? Friends who actually ask you, how's your heart? How are you?
Right.
You're good?
Right.
Tell me what's going on, and let's see what we can do to upgrade from there. Because, you know, Meek Mill, Lil Wayne came out, said they have issue with taxes.
Right.
They said Jay-Z helped them. But because of privilege, you would assume that these people are rich, so they don't need any help. So don't just think because someone is an artist and they appear happy that they got it all together. Most artists and people who have the most followers are the most depressed people I've ever seen in my whole life. And yeah, man. So.
Hear that. If there was one resource that could go ahead and actually help the hip hop world, right, when dealing with mental health issues, and you know, let's go ahead and paint a broader stroke here. If that can help, of course, you know, our adolescent, our youth. Right. What's that one resource would you say that that would go ahead and actually be a stepping stone or a shining light?
We gotta make real ish poppin'. Like, we gotta make real a thing. Like, we can't continue this plastic content. Like, because at the end of the day, younger kids only want to be cool. Little boys only want to be cool. Little girls only want to be cool.
Right.
And if we define cool as you just rap about content that's not progressive, or at the end of the day, I'm not against that type of content too. Like I always said, if you want to rap about killing, rap about the pain you feel from separating mothers from their children.
Right.
Whatever you want to do, keep a balance. Don't just tell me about selling drugs. Tell me about how you almost got caught as well, how you spent a year in the bin and probably snitched on your homeboy. And that's why, you know what I mean? I like when artists tell me the full story. Don't just glorify the drug life or the gun life and not show the consequences of it.
Right.
Mislead the younger youth to incorporate in that, and then he's going to find out about that himself. Show all sides of the story, you know what I mean? Because if you listen to my music, I'll bring you to my happy moments, my sad moments,
right,
and I show you the consequences of my actions. I don't glorify my mistakes to tell you do this. I glorify my mistakes to tell you you don't want to suffer the consequences from it, because it comes with a lot, you know what I mean? And I would say we just have to make real stuff poppin'. We have to push real music at the forefront,
right?
Or also just create a balance between the fake stuff and the real stuff, and then let the kids decipher what they really want. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So I would say that's the best thing we can possibly do.
Excellent response. Actually, we're going to jump into another break here. I'm Dave Rankin. This is my brother here, Nathan Baya. Stick with us. We got one more segment. I got a very, very important question to go ahead and ask him after the break.
Let's go.
We'll see you there.
I was on CB24 and CTV, so usually I don't brag or boast. But y'all shit on me like I can't shit on y'all. I think I got constipation. Yo, yeah. Know me for marijuana, my flow gets you medicated without medication, cause it's medicated by the most high. Come for me, why try? Me losing, that's like a native pagan taxes, it won't happen. But I get on the mic and it gets tragic. I spit that real magic, my lyrical ratchet, put MCs up in their casket. I won't miss when I shoot the kill, the flow is as ill as will. Been fresh way before Fresh Prince. I've been fresh since Prince. I've been fresh since 96, but I was born in 97. I'm ahead of my time with every rhyme. Y'all boys need Molly Percocet to come correct. I don't mean no drugs to come correct. And I disinfect fake rappers off the internet. Don't you know you will FaceTime for being on FaceTime? Talking about you got Glocks and 8-9s. Only thing I face is the music to bring clarity to confusion. I brought rap to trap. I got rappers trapped in my basement. A bunch of dead skeletons. I bodied them all skinny, but with my words I become Biggie. Cause everything I say, hold weight, hold your breath. I'm known to leave the world speechless. They say my speech is flawed, cause I got a list. But everything I say come clear, like crystal clear. And you addicted like crystal meth. Just watch the method, man, and watch how these rappers get red when I speak, man. I'm a problem, the HUD of the church couldn't solve it. Give me a pen, I turn it into a gun and revolve it. I drop 81 like Kobe. Come on now, you know me. George Foreman on the track. Henny B can get grilled. I do it by skill, not by pill. I'm live, like Nas at the barbecue. The moment the mic is cued, no MC wants feud. I feel you. If I wasn't me, I wouldn't come for me too. One.
Do you want to go ahead and take this one? Go right ahead before I ask you your question.
So we're back for our last segment of the day with my guest, Dave Rankin, always ranking at the top.
You know what I mean? Yes, I.
You know what I mean? For real. So, yo, we're going to get into what again? Jane Street?
Yeah, you know, let's talk about, since we left off regarding mental health issues, right? Let's talk about something that's near and dear to you.
Word.
Right? Jane Street Speaks.
Facts.
Let's talk about the inception, how this came about, first and foremost, and then we'll get into regards to like some of the projects you've been doing.
So Jane Street Speaks, like I said in that article, you guys heard me say that, you know, they didn't want to book me, so I booked myself. When I started booking myself, I started realizing many people started asking me, Nathan, can I open up for you? Nathan, can I open up for you? Nathan, can I open up for you? And I'm like, I can't have everybody open up for me. So I decided, let me open up an open mic. So everybody can get a chance to shine equally. Everybody can get a chance to perform. And I put on as much artists as I can possibly put on in one night through the open mics. And then from there, I've always been the type of person, man, if I can knock down a door, I'm going to make it easier for the next bedroom to come through or the next queen to come through and be able to go through that door without the struggles and trials and tribulations I went through to get through here. So basically, to me, J3 Speaks is a platform that anything I'm accessible to, I'm going to make it accessible for the people. That's why, and even the concept of support local before global.
Right.
People don't understand, like, the more higher I get, the more higher you get. If you're my brethren or you're, you know what I mean? Or just, if, you know what I mean? Like, I'm always trying to look out for people and trying to get them to another space and a level in their life or whatever. So, you know what I mean? Because I just know the struggles of being a local artist or an event organizer or because I wear so many hats in this industry. I know the struggle, so whatever I can do to help, and I'd rather do that under the name Jane Street Speaks to redefine the stereotype over my community. And just the concept of Jane Street Speaks, it doesn't just mean in Jane and Finch, but it means wherever I go, Jane and Finch speaks.
Yes.
And I'm redefining how Jane and Finch sounds when I speak. So that was the concept behind Jane Street Speaks.
It's wonderful. So beyond the open mic, let's talk about regarding let's give us a couple of names of some of the artists who were part of the Jane Street Speaks. Because we want to go ahead and shout out a couple.
Okay. We got Glows, who actually has an interview here next month as far as your book. We got Tonic. We got Nix the Truth. We got Emperor. We got Kappamezu. We got Quincy. We got Nelza. We got, man, we just have, and I want to give, shout out to the 187, shout out to Mama Land, shout out John, Henya, Martin, like there's just so many people who have come through and blessed the space. Like the amount of artists is beyond me. I can't even name all of them at once, but like, yeah.
You know, shout outs to those MCs. You know, I had a chance to go and listen to a couple of them in regards to, of course, coming through to a couple of shows. It's amazing in regards to how you are able to go ahead and now and actually give these MCs, artists, spoken word artists, so to speak, right? You know, R&B songstresses, right? and a lot of them are so talented, but just simply doesn't have the platform.
Exactly.
Right, and that goes to a testament, guys, to the type of person you are, right, and let alone, of course, your heart. And we're going to speak that out in a moment because you know what? I seen a picture yesterday, actually this morning, regarding your efforts that you did last night. So for anybody who is outside of the GTA, right, we experienced almost close to a foot of snow.
Yeah.
Right, and not only was it just snowing, but of course it was very cold.
Yeah.
Right, for lack of any other adjectives. But this brother over here, you managed to go ahead and assemble a group of people. Right, and actually, you went around, of course, to hand out, was it hot chocolate, blankets,
hot chocolate, and care packages,
right, to the homeless, right? What made you want to go ahead and actually start something like this? I know this wasn't the first time you actually did this, right? But what made you want to go ahead and start something like this? And more importantly, we all know how last night was bitching. Right? Let's go ahead and say let's be right. Last night was bitching. Yeah. But yet, of course, you took yourself out of your warm home to go out into the cold, right? And of course, to go ahead and distribute this. So let's go ahead and talk about that.
So honestly, like I feel as if like a lot of us are blessed beyond belief, and we don't learn how good we have it. You know, the concept of this was the One Time for the Homeless Volume 3. We've had 3 volumes of this, and every single time it's been a blessing to just give back. And at the end of the day, honestly, last night, I could have been like, man, it's cold. Let me do this on a warmer day. But the cold is more of a motivation and a reasoning as to why we need to do this. Because let alone the things that we offered got someone through the night. Last year, they said 100 people died because of extreme cold weather. And, you know, I mean, maybe if someone offered them a hot chocolate or a rag or a piece of a bar soap, a toothbrush, something to help them just get through and take care of their physical self,
right,
to help them get through, maybe that person will still be breathing now today. You know what I mean? So I'm extremely thankful for the people who helped out last night. You know what I mean? Because I can't do it alone. If I have to, I would. But obviously, many hands make work light.
Yes.
So we gave out care packages. We gave out hot chocolate. And, you know, a couple people called me saying, yo, do it another day, bro. The weather's too crazy. But that's more of a motivation. I feel a sense of uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable in my warm house, in my warm bed.
Right.
Knowing someone does not have this blessing. And I'm doing absolutely nothing to go forth and help that person. You know what I mean? So to me, it was just like, yo, it's necessary. And I do it to motivate others to do it as well. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't take much to take some clothes that you don't use and go find a local shelter around your neighborhood or wherever you're located. It doesn't take much to take out a $20 bill and be like, man, let me give like at least 2 people a hot chocolate today. In general, with $22, you can get 12 cups of hot chocolate and you can spread it out like that.
Right.
There's always something that you can do. You know what I mean? So to me, it's like, yo, it's necessary, it's needed. And, like, yeah, like, it's so important. So, to me, it's like, and I remember for the second time we did this, homeless people said, we asked them a question, and then they all said they want to work.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
right.
Obviously, like, if you don't have a toothbrush, you don't have toothpaste, you don't have soap, you don't have a rag, you don't have nothing to physically take care of yourself, one physical approach, people are going to reject you.
Yes.
You know, to being black is already a struggle, but to be black and homeless, it's a different type of struggle because now you don't look professional.
Right.
And how do these people rise up in the economy if nobody offers to help them? So what we can do is we can just give them the tools for them to help themselves and give them a positive message of encouragement and just pray and hope that these people get their lives together and at one point rise up from these streets or, you know, and like, yeah.
Wonderful. Before we wrap up here, I know you're supposed to have a trip coming up to Ottawa.
Word?
Yes. Tell the people in regards to, you know, the trip. What's involved, so on and so forth. What's your role?
Let me just start off by saying anything is possible because my first time traveling, I went to Paris. And that was my first time ever being on a plane and everything. And I was happy to travel and go on vacation. But to me, I wasn't really happy to the fullest because I knew that I was traveling to go on vacation.
Right.
I wasn't traveling because someone booked me to perform somewhere.
Right.
But for Ottawa example, they booked me to perform. They booked me to speak. They booked me to do workshops. They're paying for my plane ticket to go back and forth. They got me a hotel. And these are things I dreamed about.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for me, like anything is possible. You know
Quickly,
what I mean?
Explain to the people who they is and who they are.
Yeah. The Michael John Foundation.
Okay.
They came to Toronto. We had a couple info sessions regarding black mental health and what the government can do to help black people. There was a lot of tension because obviously the government and black people have not got along for many years.
Yes.
But at least they're trying to, you know, better the situation. So, you know, this weekend, y'all, Ottawa.
Wonderful. My brother, quickly tell the people where they can go ahead and find you.
Nathan.Baya on every single platform, man. Pretty simple.
My brother, Nathan Baya, I thank you so much for coming through today. It's been such a pleasure, an honor to go ahead and have you here in the studio.
Facts.
No worries, no worries. I am Dave Rankin. Please stick around. We got What Matters with Erica coming up afterwards. We'll see y'all next week. Peace and love, family.
Yeah.